Hi everybody, Kat here. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. And I tell you, the Where is Kate conspiracy still has legs. It's growing. The rumbling is getting louder. It's just one thing after another. And somebody's lying to us. Just a quick recap. I mean, we were told she had abdominal surgery, that she was going to be in the hospital for 2 weeks, okay, and then home convalescing till Easter. We wouldn't see her. Well, there was enough rumblings about that, indeed, that people started looking into things. There was people starting to question it, I guess, to the point where perhaps William and Kate and the Kensington Palace social media crew and public relations crew decided that they wanted to get out in front of this and find a solution to quell the rumors. So what did we get? We got a photograph of a car on the Windsor estate driven by Kate's mother, with Kate apparently in the passenger side. It wasn't Kate. Nonetheless, I mean, that photograph was taken by a back-grid photographer. We know all about them, having learned it all from Meghan and Harry and how she stages every photograph. So that was staged. That was an attempt to say, look, she's fine. She was out with her mother doing the school run. I mean, they had a whole narrative about what she was up to that day. None of it verifiable. And indeed, the photograph is not verifiable. Then we got another photograph of her in the car with William while he was on his way to the Commonwealth services, and she was just hitching a ride in his limo for an appointment downtown. You know, there you go. I mean, how... And she had her head turned away. You couldn't see. Another unverified photograph. We don't know what's going on. Now, oh my, since Mother's Day, things have heated up. Apparently, Kate, who has always put out pictures of the kids and this and that, decided that she was going to post a sweet photo for Mother's Day on their social media site, which she did. Well, that photo has been proven to be just stitched up. You know, people are saying, what's the big deal? She smoothed out a skirt. She did that. No, it's not that kind of smoothing a line kind of photoshopping we're talking, which is, you know, all the royal lovies on the newscasts and things like that. Oh, what's the trouble? We've all touched up a photograph. Every Instagram, there's a filter. You've ever taken a picture? This is not the kind of stitching up we're talking about. We're talking about maybe taking 6 different photographs and cutting the people out and pasting it together. It's a collage. It's not a photograph. It's taken from several sources and stitched together, and it certainly wasn't current, taken by William that afternoon in the garden. I mean, how stupid do they think we are? Excuse me. Now, the one good thing that's come of this is that all the photographs and everything we've been saying about Harry and Meghan and the kids and all of those fake photos. I mean, that's starting to come to light and come out in the public domain, really. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But it's, you know, these kind of shenanigans make the Palace planners look like amateurs. Excuse me. Tickle in my throat. Yeah, they're coming off very unprofessional. Now, we know Kate's private secretary is relatively new to the role. Just a minute here. And Prince William's previous advisor was a very savvy guy that indeed had helped Harry and Meghan with their whole Sussex thing right at the beginning. And then when they left, William scooped him up. Well, he's gone now. So William and Kate in Kensington Palace are kind of flying blind with naive, inexperienced advisors at the helm. And from what I've learned, William wants yes men around him. He doesn't want somebody telling him no. Much the same as King Charles. And this is why the Palace machine has lost one of its best advisors ever in Lord Guyt. He was the late Queen's principal advisor, personal secretary. I'm not 100% sure what his title was, but he was the top guy. And you know, he was brilliant apparently. But William and Charles didn't like the way he did things, so they got rid of him. So there's really no talent at either palace that can find their way through a difficult time without making these kind of blunders. And you're seeing things in the press, written and on the news programs, the royal loveys that make the rounds on the news programs, such as, such as Angela Levin. And don't get me wrong, I kind of like her, but she solidly loyal. She would probably say anything they asked her to say. Fiercely loyal of the royal family. The other day, she was on GBN, Great Britain News, in a brief segment, and she said that she had a source, a trusted source that had told her that what Kate was suffering was the recovery from donating a kidney, no less. How magnanimous of the Princess of Wales, donated a kidney to someone. This was that. They're throwing stuff out there and seeing what sticks to the wall to try to quiet down the rumors and the conspiracy about what's actually happening with Kate. Angela Levin mentioned that once. 2 hours later, she was on 3 different shows, never mentioned it again. So that was just something. Hang this out there, see if nobody picked up on it. It was never mentioned again. So it was one of the things they were trying. Let's see if we can get some traction to get control of this story, and of course it didn't work. So we're at this situation now where, we had a sighting at a farm shop. At first there was no evidence whatsoever, just commentary in the news. Kate was spotted at a farm shop with William. 2 days later, fuzzy cell phone video emerges of William and Kate walking through the yard of the farm shop. She's carrying a bag of whatever they bought. You know, if she's suffering so terribly from, why is she carrying the bags? But anyway, you look at the photograph, right? First of all, it doesn't look, it's grainy. You go in on it and stuff. It doesn't look like her. The face of the shape of the face is wrong. And one thing very noticeably as they're walking along is she's got her head tilted to one side. You can look at 20 years of video of Kate. She's never assumed that stance. She doesn't tilt her head like that. It's just off. You could tell, and the gait, you could tell it wasn't her. We've seen her out and about enough to be able to recognize. And okay, just my opinion, maybe I'm crazy, but I don't think it was her, and it probably wasn't William. The guy's hat was pulled so far down over his face. And look at, in the shot, they're walking along. There's people sitting at picnic tables. Nobody looks up and goes, oh, look who's here. Nobody even responds. Nobody reacts. I think it was another staged little event. All it was a royal recreation of one of Meghan Markle's parking lot parades. That's all it was. They staged a photo, had a couple of people walk through there. Wasn't Will and Kate. And the commentary that came with this in the paper was like, oh my God. Can't remember if it was the Sun or the Daily Mail, but they're going, oh yeah. And all your news lovies are repeating this. Like, everything's fine, Kate's fine. Oh my gosh, don't you know they attended a sports day at the kids' school and then they came to the farm shop. Everything's good. Her recovery's great. Look at her go. She's getting out a little bit. We're so happy. Everything's fine. Everybody can quiet down. Well, first of all, I don't think that little outing was genuine for reasons I have stated. Secondly, I did a little research. You can do this too. All you got to do is Google Lambrecht School. You get on their website and they've got the tabs at the top. And there's one tab that says, What's On? That's the calendar for the month of March of the different activities and events going on at Lambrecht School. You would think if there was a sports day scheduled that it might be on the calendar. No, they had a play, there's other events, there's different activities going on. No sports day at Lambrecht School anytime in March. So that was a lie. When they put these stories out, do they not check? Do they not check and say, maybe we shouldn't say something, Who's going to believe it? It took me 3 minutes to discover that there's no sports day scheduled at Lambrecht School for the month of March. And so what we're hearing on the news and what we're seeing in print and digitally is a lie. They are telling you a lie. Why do they need to lie? If everything is fine. If everything is fine. Why these complicated stories that they keep putting out and faked videos and there ain't no sports day? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and so we have to speculate because we don't know what's going on. All we know is that they're lying to us. That's it. I want to hear what you think about all this and what's going on. Leave me a comment, like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.